Oh, now this is such a beautiful story. Arlene Wehr has defied gender boundaries by becoming the first woman to hold a position as the head of operations in the Fire and Rescue Services since its establishment in 1845. So she joins us in the studio to chat to her about her achievements as a firefighter. Welcome, Arlene! Wow.
Hi, Jeannie.
I mean, you've certainly picked the right province to be in with all the fires that happen. I mean, you definitely have your work cut out for you. Congratulations and welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Jeannie. It's a pleasure. Thank you for the invite.
So, how did you become a I mean, how did you start off and why? Did you start off as a firefighter?
No, I initially worked as an assistant accountant.
Okay.
And as time went on, I decided I needed to do something a bit more. And I wanted to do something for my community and myself. And that's, I had a brother in the fire service.
Yeah.
So I could see the service rendered by the fire department to the community. And that's when I took my cue and moved over and joined the fire service 23 years ago.
Amazing. I mean, today on the show, we're obviously celebrating women that have done firsts.
Yes.
And obviously you having management positions, but not just one, a few, climbing the rungs of the fire department. You were the first woman ever to do that in South Africa. Take me through, I mean, the process and that journey of building and why you were able to do that.
As I said, I joined in 1996, and you do your initial training. I progressed through the ranks from firefighter to senior firefighter.
Yeah.
And after that, I became the first platoon station commander at that time.
Yeah.
I was on operations. I managed a district in the Helderberg on operations, and then I progressed from there to the fire safety side or fire prevention as such. And I became the first Divisional Commander in the fire service in City of Cape Town Fire and Rescue Service.
Wow.
In 2014, and I managed the district of Blauberg up to Marmory, Atlantis.
Amazing.
And just recently I got my promotion to the head of operations, District West.
Yeah. And
that district consists of 8 fire stations, consisting of the greater Cape Town area, Salt River, Hout Bay, Epping, the whole area.
Brilliant. Wow, what an achievement. I was about to say, girl, you are on fire. But you just put yourself out, if I had to say that. So I want to know, let's discuss the practical. So when you started, or when you were in training to be a firefighter, what did that training look like?
Well, the training wasn't any different for females. As you know, the females are not always as strong. You get some stronger females than males, but there was no differentiation between the training for men and for women. Yeah. We all did the same training.
And what is it? Like running, push-ups, sit-ups?
That's correct. You needed to do a 2.4 kilometer run.
Yeah.
And then you needed to do a bench or sit-ups, push-ups. Yeah. And we had the acrophobic and claustrophobic tests as well, because as a firefighter, you can't be acrophobic and claustrophobic because you need to go into tight spaces and, you know, climb ladders, which is part of the job as well.
You know, when I think of fires, it's kind of like how you see the ocean. It's a power and a force that is just all enveloping. It's terrifying. Were you scared, like the first time you got your call out to go and extinguish a fire?
You are a bit apprehensive as it is your first fire, but you got to rely on the training that you did and the continuous training at stations, which is done. So you take it from your training to carry you through, and also you're not alone, you're in a team. Yeah. So you always go in 2 by 2, and you know, you rely on your partner.
Describe for us what it's like going into an environment where there's just radical flames.
Yes, like I said to the guy now, when you all run out, we run in. Yeah. And look, if there's flames, we normally have to don our BA sets because of smoke inhalation. It is a bit terrifying, but as I said, if you have your equipment, your hoses with you, and you know, sometimes there's internal extinguishing methods we can also use. We got to find the seat of the fire, and that is what we basically go and look for. And if there's a rescue, that is part of the firefighting as well.
You are so tremendously brave, and really, I think everybody, especially in Cape Town, because we do get all those so many really bad fires so often, I think there isn't a member of this province that doesn't salute you and really respect what you do. But also because you've definitely opened the road for other women to now be involved. So what advice do you have for other women who want to follow in your footsteps?
As I said, for other women wanting to join, this is a passion. It's not just a job. You need to have a heart for it. And you need to be courageous, also not too emotional. Sometimes emotional, all depends the type of calls you sometimes get, because we're not only doing fire, we're doing medical rescue as well. So my advice to younger women and wanting to join, they must be dedicated and committed to the job or as a career, and then they will make a success of it.
And then just some advice so that we can all be really decent citizens. How can we avoid fires?
Well, please don't throw your cigarette butts out on the drive.
Is that a cause?
Yes, it is a definite cause, especially in summertime. Our areas are dry and people normally just flick their cigarettes out, not realizing that maybe the wind might pick it up and blow it over to a dry area. And that does cause fires.
You know, often in summer season in Cape Town, there's fires there, fires there. Is it most often arson?
Not really. Not really. It all depends.
That's good to know. I was going to go out like a Ghostbuster and go and find those guys.
We've got eyes on you. We'll watch you.
You are unbelievable. We really do salute you as an Afternoon Express woman. Thank you so much for your bravery and your courage.
Thank you, Jenny. Much appreciated.